Welcome back to a new episode. Any ideas where we might be?
Now, I'm guessing if you're checking that out, most of you probably think we're in the Bungle. We're not.
We're not.
We're still in the Northern Territory. This is a really special place called Keep River National Park. We're almost in WA, really close to the West Australian border.
We're going to explore Keep River National Park and we're going to show you some of our favourite spots.
Yeah, we're going to do our best to do that.
We are going to do our best.
We have had some car trouble. More on that later, but we may only be able to explore around a very small part of Keep River National Park, what we can do on foot. But we'll see how that all plays out. So stick around and we'll show you what we've been up to.
Enjoy, guys.
Enjoy.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, had to reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since 99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket in plain sight all along.
I'm not going to try and pronounce the campground we're staying at. There's two campgrounds in Keep River National Park, and we're staying at the southern one, which is the first one you come to as well. It's great. It's $10 for a family for the night. It's not that big. There's probably, I don't know, a dozen or more sites. They're not the biggest sites, but we've managed to find a spot, even though it was quite busy last night. And we've just done the walk that leads from the campground. I think it's called the Garandalang Walk.
Correct. 2K
loop. They say allow an hour. I'd allow a bit more if you want to take your time and take photos and stuff like we do. But
yeah.
What do you reckon?
This is spectacular. It's almost like every corner is a new outlook. I've had my phone in my hand the whole time it's not worth putting it away.
Yeah, Liz has been walking painfully slowly because she stopped every 10 metres to take pictures. But it is stunning. It's just, yeah, from the lowland where we are now to the higher parts of it, there's some amazing lookouts around the walk. Highly recommend you do it. I think if you're driving between Kununurra and Katherine or vice versa, you'd be mad to skip this place. Even if you could only get in here for a night and a couple of hours, but obviously a couple of nights would be better. It's just, yeah, really, really beautiful. And there's still heaps more to come as well. We're going to get up and try and see some of the rock art, and there's some other lookouts and some other walks in other parts of the park, which I think are quite different to this from what I've read. So looking forward to checking that out as well. And it's a really good option, I think, if you don't have the time to get down to the Bungle and do the Bungle. The land formations here in many ways are very, very similar to that. But yeah, it's way more accessible, obviously, if you're in this part of the country. So yeah, check it out. Yeah, we woke up to a flat battery, or what we thought was a flat battery, and yeah, thought, oh well, we better jump start it. Now, yesterday morning it had a flat battery as well, so there's obviously something going on there. Either the battery's on the way out or the charging system. So anyway, I thought, oh, we've got one of those little jump packs with us. So I got a little jump pack and put that on it, and no go, nothing, wouldn't start it. So it was back to sort of the drawing board then. I went for a walk around camp and found Anthony, a bloke camping up next to us. Had a chat to him, and he had another little jump starter pack, a bit bigger one than ours. So we threw that on it, and it was no different. So then the next idea was to get his Land Cruiser over and put the jumper leads on it and try and jump it, and that made no difference. So then it was sort of starting to try to brainstorm what else it could be. The battery was low, it was about 11.8 volts, which is pretty low, but it wasn't, you know, dead flat. Probably, and it should have jump started, you know, with 11.8 volts, it should have been able to jump start. So there's clearly something else going on. So what I've done is I've gone up the top of the hill here and tried to find some phone service. Got a hold of RAC or NRMA, whatever you want to call them, roadside assistance people, and they're saying that that the nearest person who can come and fix it is, or to come and have a look at it at least, is in Katherine, which from where we are is about at least 5, if not 6 hours drive away. So obviously they don't want to just do that unless we really need them. They're happy to do it if we really need them. So but it's, you know, coming into the afternoon now, so they're not going to send anyone till tomorrow, and they're going to wait for my call to confirm that we need them if we can't come up with something else. So I've done a bit of a walk around the campground, tried to see if anyone else has got any ideas, but the problem with these Fords is there's so many electronics and that it's really hard to diagnose, even with a scan tool. It just, you know, shows you codes and that, and you can reset them, but it just doesn't make any difference. So yeah, bit tricky. Then this afternoon, out of nowhere, this bloke just pulls up from Kununurra and says, "Do you need a battery?" I said, "Yeah." So it turns out somewhere, like obviously we got no phone service at the campground, so they wouldn't have been able to contact me, but they've obviously been able to get in contact with someone at Kununurra, which is just over the border in WA, and is only about 45 minutes away, so maybe an hour. So he's come out to try and help us, and we've just dropped the new battery in it, but no joy. It's it still won't start. He thinks it might be something to do with the computer that he needs to reset, but he doesn't have his scan tool with him. So he's gone back now into Kununurra, and he's promised this, well, he will. He's going to come back out here in the morning with his scan tool and see if we can't fix it. So we'll keep you posted, let you know. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. So he's put the computer on it, he's put the scan on it, and cleared all the codes, and it's still doing some funny electronic things. We can't quite work it out. We turn the key and it just doesn't want to start. So it starts to try and crank, and then it just cuts itself out. We've tried both keys, thinking it could be an immobiliser issue. He's put his computer on and scanned and cleared all the codes. It's not throwing up any codes, but it's doing some weird things. Like if you leave the key on too long, if you leave the key in for a little while, it shuts down. I don't know if that's normal. I've never seen it really do that before. We've taken the key out, shut the door, locked it, and then it's come up with a thing on the screen in the car to say, take the ignition out and turn the car off. And you're standing outside with the key and the car's locked. So, don't know. There's something weird going on, but we'll keep investigating and see what we find out. Well, good news. It's alive. It's going again. What was it? Well, turns out, even though it was throwing no codes before, the car, he disconnected the battery again, connected it back up again, and then it threw 4 new codes, engine codes that, you know, didn't like that I think that it had been run, the battery had been run flat. That's all we can work out. We can't really work out what it is. He doesn't know any more about what it is. I don't know any more about what it is, and at the end of the day, the car's going, it's running, so fingers crossed. I mean, like we said, we're only just under an hour from Kununurra, so it's getting pretty late in the day again today. It's after lunch. We've still got a bit we want to see and do around Keep River here, So we're just making up a plan now to figure out the best way to do that with a potentially unreliable vehicle, which is a horrible position to be in. We just want to be wary that we don't get stranded because there's no phone service in the park here. We don't want to get stranded away from the van because the van's obviously where our food and water and everything is. So we weren't going to take the van up to the top section of the park. We were going to base camp here, but we're now thinking the best option might be to take the van with us, go and camp up in the north campground tonight, and then go from there. Frustrating. There's nothing worse than being somewhere and not having faith in your vehicle. It just, being out this remote and not having faith in your vehicle is just, yeah, it's not a great feeling, you know. It's your lifeblood. It's, I mean, yeah, we've got options if something goes wrong, but it's just, yeah, it just puts you off going and doing things. So I hate that idea of that, but it's just the way it is. All right, I'll go and have a chat with Liz. We'll figure out a plan and see what we're going to do. We just got to sort of work out what's the best balance between being sensible and staying safe, and yeah, still seeing things and having a good trip. So alright, so decision's been made. We decided to stick around camp here because by the time we packed up and moved up to the top campground, there was a good chance we were going to miss out on a site, and it just would have been a dick around, and we weren't going to get time to do any of the walks or anything today. So we just stuck around here for another afternoon, which is perfectly fine. Some more kids and stuff have rolled in this afternoon, so the kids are all out playing run around and hide seek and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, what we're going to do is we'll enjoy another sunset here because it was bloody unreal last night, and then we'll get going early in the morning, head up north, go do a couple of these walks, have a look around, check it all out, and then we'll go hit the border, get out of NT, finish up here, and go and head into WA. So pretty excited to be crossing over. It's been a long time coming to head into WA. Fingers crossed everything goes well. Hopefully the car starts in the morning. Hopefully everything works out. But yeah, anyway, that's the plan. That's what we're going to stick with. So stick around and we'll show you what we get up to tomorrow morning. Well, exciting news. The car started. Oh man, I was nervous this morning that the car wasn't going to go yet. It's just been one of those things, I think. I mean, there's no reason it wouldn't start, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm glad it's going. I woke up this morning and I just wanted to go and start it straight away, but I didn't want to wake up the campground. So anyway, we're going to hit the road. We're just packing up now. I'm just finishing up, closing up all the windows. And then we're going to go for a bit more of an explore. So stick around. We've got a car. We can go exploring. And we made it. So here's the plan. So we've come up to the top northern end of the park and to the top campground up here. We've just pulled into a campsite just in case when we come back from this walk, the car doesn't start. We're already in a campsite and we'll just stay here for another night.
Jarnum.
Jarnum, Liz is saying, is the campground is called. Jarnum. So we're going to go and see, I think there's a fairly big walk from here. I'm not sure if we'll do the whole thing, but yeah, we're going to go and check it out and have a look. That drive up here was absolutely stunning, especially in the morning when the lights shining on the range. How good was that?
It was beautiful. You just, like, it just lights up. There's all kind of cool shapes. It's kind of like the East McDonald's, West McDonald's, and the Bungle had a baby.
Yeah, and the Kimberley, because there's some unreal looking boab trees around here, the bottle trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome landscape, and great little drive that. So well worth coming up here. We're going to get out, get the kids sorted for a walk, toilet stop, go and see what's here, and fingers crossed when we come back the car starts.
Or we might still be here.
Otherwise, this is camp for the night. Oh dear. We'll see how this goes, eh? Oh, so James woke up a bit early this morning, so he's in a bit of a mood. Harrison's, he doesn't seem like the most energetic kid this morning. So there's not really any short walks up here, which we kind of knew before we come up here, but there's basically a 7K loop, which you can do bits of, but either bit is still over 5Ks to go to anything to look at. So, I don't know. I think we'll probably go down to the gap, they call it, the Niggly Gap. It's 5K's return to go all the way in there, but it's pretty easy to moderate. The other way is up to a lookout, which I think will be a bit steep and a bit tougher. So I think we'll do the easier option. What do you reckon?
I think with these two today, the easy option is where we're at.
All right, so yeah, I mean, if we end up getting there and we want to punch out the full 7Ks, we've got enough food and water, so we can do that. We prepared for that. Epic little spot to go and walk around. Pretty happy to go for a morning walk as well.
Yeah, it's a good way to start the day. And
It's a brilliant way to start the day.
Look at this black cockatoo.
Oh, black cockies.
Two of them.
Seen a few of those around, those black cockatoos.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool. Noisy bastards, but they're cool. You keeping up, Harrison?
Yeah.
All right, he's good. Rightio, let's rip into this and go for a wander and see what we come up with.
We're at a junction and we're committing. We're committing to the loop. So 7Ks. It's pretty flat the first 1.5Ks, so we've still got plenty of energy.
Probably push a pram or a bike for the first K. There's a little bit of sand towards the end, but you could nearly ride your bike or push a pram up to the junction here at least.
Yeah.
And leave them here and then do the walk, and then it's only a 4K loop and then you ride your bike back if you had them. But if we'd known, we might have thrown Harrison on his bike, I reckon. How good is this?
It's amazing.
The best lookout in Australia, gotta be, hands down. How do you get much better than this? 360-degree views, the range all around us. It's blowing an absolute gale, so we're gonna make this quick, just in case the wind picks up again, like it is now. Gotta get up here and see this. This is magic. We'll see you. We're gonna head back down. We'll see you down in the valley where we can talk to you without the wind blowing us away.
I don't know, I'm pretty blown away by this place.
Oh, it's blowing us away. She's done it. Well done. Round of applause, Harrison, for Mum. It's blown us away. Oh, I set it up.
Thursday.
I set it up and she took it and ran with it. Well done, darling.
Thank you.
Learning from the best.
This is amazing. You should have a look at this.
I'm waiting at the doorstep. I'm finally home. I've been gone for too long. Standing here a while just to take it all in. Radio's playing our song. And then you stood there smiling at me, as so many times before. I'll never wanna be away, leave you again. You are all I want and more. It is true. If only I could do one thing, I'll be with you. It is true. Baby, how I need the loving of you. Waiting at the doorstep, finally home. I've been gone for too long. Standing here a while just to take it all in. Radio is playing the song. It is true. If only I could do one thing, I'll be with you. It is true. Baby, how I need the loving of you. Will you still love me as I'm getting lonely and old? And when you are away, I sometimes
Well, good news. I don't know if you can hear that. The car started. Oh, that's a relief. All right, we're not turning it off for a bit yet. We're gonna head out of here now, and we'll just get down, go for a bit of a drive through the rest of the park, and get down to the highway and air up. Start making our way towards WA. We'll see you down there. Well, we made it back out, and that is the end of our episode, all about Keep River National Park. We're gonna air up now. We're gonna hit the highway and cross over the WA border, which is only 3 kilometres to the west. We're pumped, we're excited. We really hope you enjoyed that episode, guys. This also brings to the end our NT trip. So first, I'm gonna ask you, Keep River, what do you think?
Amazing. Absolutely, definitely a highlight. That was insane. Both campgrounds were awesome. You need at least 3 days here.
Couldn't recommend it more. Awesome walks, awesome scenery. Get in and see Keep River. If you're driving past, do not drive past it. Get in here and see it.
It's epic.
Unreal. Add it to your list. And let us know. We'd love to know if you've been here before, if you've heard of Keep River, if you've never heard of it. We'd love to know, because it was pretty new news to us that this was even here.
And if you've watched this episode and then been here and only come because of us, let us know.
Yeah,
We'd love
that.
to know.
We love that
Yeah.
stuff. So, NT, this is wrapping up our NT trip. Well, I think we've been here, we're gonna have to check the diary. I reckon we've been here for at least 2 months. I think it's around 10 weeks, something like that. There's still heaps more to see, but we've seen a fair whack of it. It's just absolutely blown us away. What's your favourites?
If it was going to be in order, it would be Litchfield, Keep River, East McDonald's. That's a close one. To leave out Bitter Springs, I was so happy at Bitter Springs.
I would say, look, before we came here to Keep River, I would have easily said East McDonald's just because it surprised me. Like, you don't hear much about it, and it blew me away. I thought it was just compact. I tell you what, if I've only got a couple of days, I'd go to the East McDonald's, not the West, because it's just a bit more compact, easy to get around, easy to see. You can base yourself in one camp. So I'd say, yeah, East McDonald's would be my number one, Bitter Springs and Litchfield. But I'll tell you what, Keep River's not far off the list either.
Keep River is up on... I would put Keep River second.
Yeah.
Behind Litchfield.
All right, where's your favourite campsite?
Edith Falls.
Edith Falls. Oh, mine's got to be Fink 2 Mile, I think, in the West McDonnell Ranges. It's easily the best free camp.
Easily the best free camp.
Edith Falls was good, grass and swimming. It's hard to beat, but they'd be our top 2 campsites. You got to check out Litchfield, got to check out Bitter Springs, do the East and West McDonnell Ranges, and everything else we've done obviously is awesome as well. Keep River's on the list, Kings Canyon, Devil's Marbles, Kakadu.
Wow.
There's just so many awesome spots. NT has absolutely blown us away.
It's come up with the goods for sure.
Come up with the goods. And hats off to National Parks in NT. The National Parks Management, probably our favourite state or territory yet for parks management. All the facilities are being clean, really well maintained. Yeah.
Good access.
My vote is give Kakadu back to National Parks in NT, let them look after it, because they do a way better job than the feds. And yeah, anyway, that's rant over. Let's get back in that car. We got to air up first, get back in the car, making a beeline for WA. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the things that makes
Follow
us
along.
Feel loved and supported. And we'll see you guys next Sunday.
See you next Sunday, guys.
See ya. Put him around his neck, like in a nice way, not.
Here, honey. I'll put them around your neck.
We'll see how this gets. Come on, Harrison, please. It's not quite beer o'clock yet, but it's getting to that.
It's like 9:30 in the morning.
It is not 9:30 in the morning. It's at least 10.
It's just 10.
It's 11:30, Elizabeth.
It's 10.
In WA, it's nearly 12 here.
Still in the NT, darling.
Still in the NT, darling.
Let's go, little man. We're more than halfway.
Don't call me little on camera.
Oh no. Poor little camera.